teams. I understand parts of it. Talk about boot camping, saying it would be finished soon, stuff like that. But either way, we are going to be jumping into the second knife round here. I'm pretty sure it hasn't came on just yet. People joining like, is this the French stream? Yep. And it's going to be Titan who take it again. It's not the end of the world, I feel, Cash, honestly. Winning or losing knife round, not the end of the world. Both teams are fairly balanced overall. Like, CT definitely has the slight edge, but starting on T-side of Cash isn't quite as brutal as the likes of starting on T-side of Inferno, for example. Just goes to show there is quite a lot of camaraderie between the two teams. I'm on stream. Krypton, you are on stream, bro. You're watching right now. I appreciate that. Ban. I can't really ban people while I'm streaming, because if I hold tab, it's going to freeze the what you see on the screen. So I'm sure you guys just have to make do. Ignore him. Apologies. If there does happen to be another mod in chat, please feel free to kick people that are spamming the ridiculous stuff in chat. You would call it the scamming stuff, I guess. But anyway, let's jump into the game. That's what we're here for. There's some Counter-Strike, and it seems that Team LDLC have decided to step up their game since Dust 2. They'll connect the first couple of shots. Shocks himself is pretty low. He's peeking out of upper there. He's down to 25. Interesting enough, Shocks is actually going all the way back towards spawn, so it's going to be a long move round from him if he wants to get any of these exit frags. Streamlands the headshot though onto Fox, and his teammate, his partner in crime, Smith, is going to go down. There's the sexy one tap from Twanu, whose body just craters to the ground. And Shocks is going to be saving his Kevlar here. Got to keep that Kevlar alive. TM, I appreciate it, bro. You can't send me messages on Twitter. No, I mean just like tweet at me if you have any constructive feedback. I can see that. Nade doing negligible damage to Shocks. I only took 7 off that. It looked like it landed right next to him as well. Just CS nade things. Never made any sense to me. Been playing the game for ages and it still makes no sense. But Existence peeks himself out of the connector with the Deagle. We saw what Titan were capable of doing with the Desert Eagles on Dust 2. They're landing a lot of frags, and RPK refusing to go down without a fight, just constantly poking up and back down again. Finally will get picked off, and with his death, that pretty much signals the fate of this site. B will be planted on once again. And Scream with his Deagle. And he's going to be looking to get himself out of harm's way alongside Smith. So again, another save comes in. LDLC.White already starting so much better than they did last time. I think it was like 5 or 6-0 before they scored on Dust 2. What's your name, Caster? Well, do you mean my actual name? My actual name is Vince. My cast name's Medis. I kind of want to change it to Vince, though. I feel weird calling myself Medis. I don't know. It's like a gaming name that's stuck. I guess some of you may be able to relate to that. Or my Twitter, for those of you asking, is in the title. It should be in the title of the stream to make things easier for you. Vince, yes. Call me Vince, it's all good. So, Titan, after their previous mishaps, although LDLC.White definitely take nothing away from them, solid executions onto that B side, have found themselves with an AK-47 and a couple of Kevlars as well. There's the close range from Smith, so he's going to bag himself the one frag. Back 10 comes back, body with the one tap through the smoke. Existence didn't know what hit him. Pretty much just got domed there. Long range through the smoke. Good night. Thanks for coming out. Body with another one through the smoke. He's looking for a third one as well. Surely not. Surely he's not going to get the hat trick of smoke frags. That's too disgusting. And he won't. Instead, Devil steps up to the plate and delivers the fatal blow for Scream, and Titan will be able to get themselves a buy up here. But again, very similar and reminiscent to how LDLC.White fared on Dust 2. It's not going to be a fantastic buy. No defuse kits in play. And a distinct lack of nades on both Existence and Shocks. Only the 1 HE, no incendiaries in play today for Titan. Of course, it costs a fair chunk on the CT side, so we want to get the flashes and the smokes instead. Look at these positions as well. Existence, a very unorthodox position up on the top. He's going to be trying to spray his way to victory. Unbeknownst to him, he did actually tag a couple players there pretty significantly as well. He's still alive on the site. He had a crazy shot on Dust 2. I was thinking maybe there'll be more from him here, but eventually he will just get swarmed and fragged out. Smiths, meanwhile, from the back needs to be careful because there is Twanu with his AWP. Fox can get the bomb planted. Here comes Scream. We know he's capable of madness. There's the first headshot. Oh, he actually did dink Twanu down to 10. But I think it just caught him slightly through the wall. Oh, it's so close, yet so far. And Titan concede a 4th consecutive round. So close. 3 Deagles, 2 CZs. Shocks is playing aggressively. This is the best possible way to start from LDLC's perspective. After getting wrecked on the previous map, it's important to be confident. How is Shock still alive? Finally he goes down, but hits body a number of times. He's down to 28 now. CZ's moving into position. Smith's up on the highway box. Player to his right-hand side in vents. They would have heard that vent popping, though, both from mid-perspective and RPK. So he's just got the MAC-10 to the forehead. Blunt force trauma. Existence at least answers back. I don't think he can get his hands on that weapon, however, so he's still just going to have a Deagle. I say just a Deagle, still capable of doing crazy stuff with that. Now, speaking of the Deagle, Scream has one as well. He's back on quad. He's about to see action here. Devil going to get pop flashed out. Scream just appears back around the corner. Devil lands that headshot. Didn't even look remotely close to the head, but the spray pattern coming good there. And now Scream, he's still alive. He's still undetected, but Devil's AK-47's too strong. I hate anticlimactic moments like that, where I'm like hyping myself up thinking Scream's about to pull off the play of a lifetime, and then he just dies. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Meta's off. Huh? Ah. The HP has disappeared. I apologise. It's back up now. Sorry, guys. Thanks for the feedback. Titan 1610. Universal Limits is calling it right now. If it ends up being 1610, you are a beast. And I will bow to you. Blank Caster. Robinry. Sorry, bro. I'll give you a hug if it makes you feel better. Here comes the defense, though. Scream just hiding on the other side of the A main. Here comes the flash. He's going to be charging in. There's so many team players here, though. There's the first one. Second one as well. He gets a 2-for-1 trade. Not too bad. Problem is, though, again, remember that LDLC.White's economy is really strong. So even if El Titan do win this, if they only keep the one player in play with the weapon, that may not be good enough for Titan. That's if they even do manage to cling on and keep this round going their way. That third player of Existence, who was briefly on A for a few moments, decides to dart back to mid. He has second thoughts about it. Spidey senses are tingling. And the push is imminent onto the A side. And there's Smiths lands the first frag in the 3-on-2. And our Devil is your last remaining T. And the bad news is he's also on Squeaky. So as soon as he opens that door, his position is going to be known. Smoke comes out. It's going to buy him a bit of time. There's a flash as well. And there is Smiths up to the task. Lands the shot. Titan have finally got themselves onto the scoreboard. But again, it's the curse of the counter-terrorists. Now they've wiped away their round loss bonus. They have to keep that momentum going forward. If they lose this, it really is worst-case scenario for Titan. LDLC can still easily afford a strong buy-up, as I mentioned before, including an AWP on Twanu. Speaking of the man, let's see where he's going to be running with this one. Had a good spawn for B, so he's going to be looking straight in there. Smoke does land. There's a grenade as well. And after the smoke blooms, RPK takes this opportunity to go into checkered. Looks like it's going to be a B execute from LDLC.White. I say that because no one's watching the flanks. They're going to be going in for this one fast. And have got a lot of real estate onto that site. Problem is now, you can see they haven't got the bomb down just yet. It's still going to take a little while longer, and that allows Scream to get round the back. However, he gets shut down from Twanu. Then at the exchange of frags, Titan are in that worst case scenario right now. You've got to feel their chances here are slim to none of retaking the site. When there's so many smokes, there's 3 Molotovs still in play for LDLC.White as well. And in doing so, they are just going to tap out. They realize their economy cannot afford to take any more hits. Keeping 3 players alive allows them to drop a couple weapons and still get a half-decent buyout here. But they will be trailing 6-1. And what a turnaround this is from LDLC.White. They're nearly equalizing the overall amount of rounds they got on Dust 2. They picked up 8 in the end. But at one point, it was looking like it could be a 16-4. So it just goes to show how well they've been playing here so far on this map. Ming the Lee. That is definitely one of the best. One of the best emotes on Twitch. I love it. Ming Lee. It's you can use it as a troll, you can use it as like a legit one. It's awesome. I don't know if I'd say I rate it over Kappa though. Kappa's pretty, I mean, Kappa pretty much is Twitch, right? If you had to sum Twitch up in an emote, it would be Kappa. That being said, aggressive push from Titan. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Relocating up onto the little jump there, onto the boost. It's a position you're not necessarily expecting someone to be in from LDLC.White's perspective, but so far, it doesn't look like they're too interested in going through A main. They're more content to be pushing mid, which has been completely given up from Titan. And still, as time ticks down, LDLC.White haven't pulled a trigger on either side. No frags have gone down. Actually, not a single point of HP has been lost so far in this round. Body sneaking his way and trying to sell this fake. He will lose a tiny bit of HP, but it shocks that opens up. He gets fragged straight away. That's a good turn of events for the terrorists. You can see now there's only 1 player on here, but it is Scream, the man, the myth, the legend. He opens up, but he can't get it done. He did, I think, Dink Devil on Squeaky with the FAMAS. Oh my goodness, the CTs are dropping like flies. Everybody in the blink of an eye has been shut down with authority, and LDLC.White are on cruise control. Only player that could really afford to maybe buy a few pistols for his team is Smiths. Shocks could maybe as well. Instead, they decide to go for a couple of deagles amongst the 2 of them. Seven to 1. I don't know. Universal limits. I think it was you that said you thought it'd be 16-10 to Titan. Do you want to change that prediction? I'll give you 1 chance to change the prediction. Do you still believe Titan can come back? Especially considering they're on the CT side and they're being this brutalized. If it was the role reversal, I'd still think that maybe the T side could bounce back. But when you're on CTs, your economy just hasn't been building. You haven't really got any AWPs in play so far. CT's trying to get themselves into connector. Shocks gets headshotted instantly. Beautiful work from Fuchs there. And Smiths is kind of caught in no man's land. Like I can understand why he'd be caught in 2 minds. Do I stay? Do I go? Do my team need me anywhere? They haven't seen the bomb yet, so it's purely speculation at this point. And if Fuchs goes in for another frag, Body's going to connect another headshot. RPK in existence, no reason to save these weapons. It's a USP and a P2000 respectively, so you're not going to be taking anything additionally through to the next round. Fuchs is up there next to Truck, and this is going to be lights out for Titan. Does not know yet. You what, mate? You know what? Just to save people, maybe mad at me for alt-tabbing here because it's going to freeze the stream momentarily. I'm banning that guy. Get Shrek'd, bro. Chat mied. Get banged, mate. Boost is imminent potentially for Titan. It's going to be Shocks that comes up. He jumps up to spot himself. Body. Somehow Body is still going back in and gets a frag before falling. I did not see that one coming up. Devil's still there. You can see Scream is just going to be on the prowl right now. But again, it's Titan that somehow hold on. A couple of frags that really had no right to go down in the end. LDLC.White are still in this round, however. 1 minute to play with. RPK could be the man. He's in a good position to hold this one off. Even if they know where he is, it's very hard to close that out other than a Molotov landing from Twanu, and that's exactly what's just happened. That forces him out. Oh, he gets a load of tags onto Fuchs, but Fuchs is still alive, and how? Again, the pendulum of Counter-Strike goes back and forth just when you think that Titan have this in the bag. It's like a 4-on-2, 4-on-3 scenario. It now falls short for them. It's on Smiths. The bomb hasn't gone to B. He's hoping they go for the rotation. You can see that he's holding both angles to get to A from this situation. So he's trying to play his cards right. Issue is, LDLC.White only have 20 seconds. They have to go for B. And now Smiths is coming up round the back. Cue the Jaws music. I kind of wish I had a soundboard right now. I'll be playing that so loud at this point. Twanu's about to get fragged. Any second now. What? Smiths! How did you not get that frag? And Twanu? Are you actually God? Houdini-like escape. My mind has just been blown. I feel violated from what Twanu just pulled off. At the same time, though, Smiths. Bruh. Bruh. I don't have anything to add, just bruh. It's a full-on deco. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. Deagles across the board for Titan. And the only Deagle that is remaining on the B side, well, it was when I started that anyway, was Existence, and he has been destroyed. This is about to get wrecked from behind, Kappa, and now it's on Screams and Shocks to pull something miraculous off. Shocks was looking for the jump up onto the boost. That's not going to happen today. Really just hoping for an exit frag. See if they can get their hands on an AK-47. But this, ladies and gents, believe it or not, is going to be a 10-1 lead to LDLC.White against Titan. And who would have thought it after that first map? I certainly wouldn't. I said right off the get-go, I thought this would be a 2-0 for Titan. They should win this one fairly comfortably. But LDLC.White, they have came out swinging. They are refusing to lose this one. Yeah, third map, for those of you asking, is Cobblestone, if we need it. And so far, it looks like we probably will be needing it. Now, for those predictions to come right, those of you calling 16-10 Titan in chat at the start of this, it would have to go 15 rounds in a row to Titan from this point. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, but pretty improbable, I think it's safe to say. What a flashbang that is. Catches Scream off. Smiths does get a frag before falling, but again, is that even good enough for the CTs? Even if they win from this position, it's such a hard climb back up to the top of that mountain. Effectively Everest at this point, and it's getting ever so taller. And Shocks is put 6 foot under. Existence and RPK, both with them 4A4s, both with nades, both with Kevlar. And not really a prayer of retaking the site, just going to back themselves to the site and save. You've heard my thoughts, guys. I want to see what you guys think about this. Are you surprised that LDLC.White are performing this way? Are you like part of that 10%, whatever it was at the start of this, that bet on LDLC.White? You sat there smug right now, like I knew all along. I'm a beast. And Cobblestone's the map that I've casted LDLC.White on quite a few times actually. I want to say 4 or 5 times for Sevo. And typically they've been pretty solid on Cobblestone. A strange best of 3 this has been though. Very one-sided on Dust 2 to Titan, now very one-sided on the cached LDLC.White. Not surprised. Hashtag insider information. Wow. I'm surprised the Titan is playing me taking a dump. That's that interesting analogy. I'm just throwing it out there. Body comes in. There's the first frag. Second one down as well. Don't walk on the Molotov, Body. What are you doing, you madman? How did he even survive the Molotov? He's on 1 HP. Walking on the dying embers of the Molly. And speaking of which, RPK's about to burn to a crisp as well. No, he's not. Matt then puts him out of his misery. He felt sorry for the guy. A bullet was the safe way out. Euthanasia was administered that day. And again, I'm getting deja vu. Existence, all that remains. Fuchs comes up close, he gets knocked down. Existence is still alive. 2 frags on the board, he could pull off an ace clutch here. If he goes insane. There's... Oh, I was about to say, there's the next frag, but Devil, too strong, too solid. Seriously, though, what was he thinking? Did he just not see it? Was he so carried away with the double spray down? I'm not sure. Titan clearly putting a lot of emphasis onto the boost there. Throwing the flashbang up, trying to stop the initial boost in. The problem is, though, that from the start of this round, Titan have a distinct lack of grenades. So throwing that flashbang, even if someone was boosting, it just stops them for a few seconds. There's still so much time for them to use. And Titan pretty much feel obligated. They feel pressured to push in and get information purely on the basis that they can't stave off any push for too long. With a 5-7, just a couple of flashes with an incendiary grenade, no defuse kits. And Smith is gone for a power play. Problem is, he just gift-wrapped his life away. LDLC.White have taken 2 heavy casualties in the sense that Body and Fuchs are both below 50 HP, but the damage is being inflicted across the board onto Titan. Scream in a decent position to finish off Devil. We'll get this kill eventually. And we'll relocate to reload that weapon. Important to mention now, at this stage of the round, it's a 3-on-2, yep. So LDLC.White have the advantage, but 2 players pretty much a bullet away from death. If Twanu goes down, this could very well be a round to Titan, and one that will bitterly sting on LDLC.White. This should be a gimme round for them. Twanu, though, still alive and kicking. There's the first frag. As he just flicks across, and now it's on Scream. He gets the drop on Twanu. Last player is only on 11 HP. Body's going to get sprayed through the smoke, but Scream survives on 6 HP. Another ridiculously close round for Titan, but they just about claw on, tooth and nail. Force up in effect, last round of the half. And if Titan win this in the pistol, maybe there's a glimmer of hope. Maybe, a very small one. That's a big, maybe, a big if. We still have to claw onto this round first. Smiths has taken quite a lot of damage. He's on to only Kevlar. Sorry, only an AWP, no Kevlar. Devil's pushing in. Going to get the drop on Shocks, the 2-for-2 trade, but Devil's still alive long enough to administer the final blow onto Shocks. And meanwhile, it's a 2-on-2, where suddenly Smith does pick himself up 2 frags without the Kevlar. Finally will get flushed away. Molotov is going to force Scream away from the site, so his defense is not going to be quite on point just yet. Existence picks up the AWP for himself, trying to come around the back of the LDLC.White roster. Bomb still hasn't been planted. They're still really taking their time here, making sure they don't get caught. As of course, just for a couple of seconds, as that bomb is planted, it turns into effectively a 2 versus 1. However, the bomb has been planted now. No point in Titan trying to save in this round. As I said before, it's the last round of the half. They have to go for this one. Scream in a 1v2. We've seen him pull off the clutches already today on Dust 2. Is this another moment for him to shine? First frag comes through. Body's given his position away. He's about to get spotted. He doesn't get fragged though, and Body is going to land the point blank range headshot onto Scream, giving LDLC.White a 13-2 lead. Who would have thought it at the start of this game? I'm pretty sure anybody saying 13-2 would have been calling it for Titan's way. Anything but the case. And even if Titan do win this pistol now, and the subsequent next couple of rounds, it'll be 13-5. They're going to have to break the economy of LDLC.White a handful of times. But if that's going to happen, now is the time to mount that comeback. You've got to take it each round at a time, not look at the overall score. Of course, Titan have been around the block a fair few times. These players have been in the scene for a long, long time. They've been in similar situations before. They're experienced veterans of Counter-Strike. I'm sure they're not going to let this bother them too much. The fact that Scream just goes in, lands himself that headshot, but now it's Devil's turn to wreak down havoc. Goodness me, 3 one-taps of epic proportions. And just as LDLC.White were looking to go down, It's suddenly all on that man RPK. He's been spotted from Devil, who's been the beast so far. Still on 88% of his health. RPK, can you somehow pull this out of the fire? No, you can't. Devil picks up a 4th. And in doing so, gift wraps LDLC.White an almost definite 2nd map. It looks like we will be heading to Cobblestone. Titan simply have to go for the force, have to go for broke here. No point playing slow and steady. It will not win the race on this occasion. They've already started a number of miles behind LDLC.White. Aggressive push into main from LDLC.White here. They got 4 MP7s in play. Spray down Israel. Maybe slightly misreading the situation here. Typically, if you're going to guess that full Kevlar comes in, you're going to pick up a couple more assault rifles here. They got such a huge buffer of rounds as well. Even if they were to lose this, it's really not the end of the world for them. But it's not even maybe going to come down to that because they're still landing the frags. All 5 players are alive. Smith with the Deagle. Looking to channel his inner happy maybe and pull off a ridiculous ace with the weapon. But he's taken so much damage from Fuchs, who's on the highway side. And just like that, LDLC will take a 15th round. And Titan pretty much tapping out of this map. I like how Face It TV doesn't realise all of its viewers is just on me on different accounts. Maybe that's true. To be honest, I'm just casting CS. Oh, you're trolling me, by the way. On the banter meter, I'm going to rate that like a 1 out of 10. Not impressed, bro. Not impressed. You're going to have to up your game. Come on, you can do better than that. I believe in you. And I'm sure that's what Titan, what all their fans are saying to them right now. We believe in you. Come on. You're much better than this, Titan. Where have you gone? Although, take nothing away from LDLC.White, they've been absolute monsters in this map. Scream with the P250. We'll trade that out for a FAMAS here. Drops the MP7, which he had. But, of course, P250, that kind of range, much more devastating. Twandy's holding the locker side. We're peeking out just as Scream looks away, but Twandy can't get it done. Oh, Scream was looking for the burst into the automatic, but still, LDLC.White have just taken down Titan 16-2 on cash.